Hi, everyone. Happy September. It is Jay and A from Your Weight Loss. Hi, Leash.
Hey, doesn't this
Ha-
feel so good to be back into our regular podcasting routines? Like in the summer, I do not get enough Jose in my life.
you don't? Oh, I
I
love you for
don't.
this.
Thank goodness you share every aspect of your life on Instagram. Sometimes I just go and I just like tap, tap, see what you're doing.
Tap, tap. Chelsea, I don't know what she said. She said, send me a message when you get your stuff from Beauty Counter. And I was like, girl, you'll just go in my stories and you'll see. I'm like, kidding. I'll send you a message. But yeah, no, for sure. I like it. I like right now because we're recording this morning. It's like, I haven't like talked to them, but I like to update them on what I'm doing. And I think that's how
Them.
the people, and it keeps growing, you guys. It keeps like doing its thing.
Do you know
Like not,
what? I love sharing my life on Instagram. Like I really do. I really do. Like it's a platform that I'm not annoyed to show up on. Like I just
yeah,
it feels authentic. People are asking for more old man hawking content.
absolutely. I think that entertaining is our next gig. It's our next thing. That's what I wanted to say to people when they ask me what we do. I'm like, I want to say like we're like in the entertainment, social media kind of. What do we do for work? That's like kind of what we do, but that's not how we pay our bills.
Yeah.
And then the minute I say weight loss, then they have a perception and I get all annoyed. So Jillian was saying that I should say self-care. And I was like, I like
Okay.
self-care. Self-care is nice. She's like, that's what I feel like you guys do. Like you really help women prioritize themselves. And I'm like, but just right there, like it's like fru fru fra fra
I
unicorn.
know.
So I just like, yeah.
How fun was my party on Saturday?
Okay, your party was so fun. I think it got even funner when I left.
It did.
It did. I could tell. I could tell that the kids were up till 10, whatever. I could tell that Crystal was feeling it. I could tell you were feeling it.
A lot happened after you left, actually. I think, were you there when when the shots came out?
Yes, I was. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So they
Um,
continued.
okay. Okay. Yes, they did. Okay. Was Crystal sick?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so proud of her.
Yeah, she did take off her shirt and go
In the
she had a
pool.
bra on, but I mean I saw her nipples. They're great.
Oh, her breasts.
Great. Actually, it was really funny because earlier, you know how the girls were wearing that bathing suit that was like one off the shoulder? Well, which is fine, but sometimes it like rolls down.
Right.
So we had said that if you wear that bathing suit, our family code will be circle if we see your nipple. So we can like tell you that we've seen your nipple. Okay. So we're like all in the pool and Neil goes, circle, circle, circle when Crystal gets in. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh. So obviously you thought that was funny. Because no one else understood circle, but that's code word.
That was funny. Yeah. But it was such a good group of humans all together, eh?
It really was. I really enjoyed talking to your parents. I did get to spend some quality time with your mom and Noah. Noah fell in love with Linda. Funny story. So I didn't tell you the whole story via Messenger, but basically my mom was like, avec qui t'as joué? Puis va avec Linda. Il a dit Linda en anglais. And my mom was like, est-ce que c'était une petite fille? Puis il va, non, elle était grande. So that like kind of continues. So when I arrived, my mom was like, who's the little girl Linda that played with Noah? He said that she was the one that played with him. I'm like, c'est Linda, la mère à Alicia. She laughed. And he was like, basically he remembered Linda, and Linda was the one that played trains with him. So that was really sweet. But I just felt like it was like, I never get to hang out with your parents. Like, I never like sit hours and talk about all the things. You were hilarious. Like, oh my God, there was one time Neil comes in. Okay. Just see you and Neil interacting is just everything. Like, it's just so funny. So he comes in and he's like, so like right calm. Okay. He goes, so the skewers, and he's like looking, and this is you. Calm down, Neil. Calm down. I'm like, he's so calm. Like he just like walked in, but clearly him asking for the skewers like too early. Like you weren't ready for him to ask for the skewers. So you're like, calm down. You know what I mean? Oh my, and he just like so calm, just like comes out of the house and is like, whatever. Okay. I'm going to not ask for the skewers again. I just like love seeing how couples interact. You know what I mean? Like, calm down, Neil, calm down. You were clearly like feeling good. No? Oh my God, it was funny. And then you're like, Linda. And she was saying that my Tupperware was going to break because you're going to put it on broil.
Yeah.
And then you're like, Linda, I got this. Linda, I got this. And you're like, she's rolling her eyes. Oh man, I just like love it. I love watching all of it.
Yeah, you're like the observer because you're not the shot taker.
Exactly. I loved it.
And your dips were amazing. Like you were not messing around. Like you want dip, I'll bring dip.
3 different dips, you guys, and I did a whole live on my 3 recipes. So you can go on my grid on Instagram and just watch me live. It's like the one with the white tank top. It's right there, you guys.
Did they like it? Did they like somewhat get how you roll now after it? Like
yes.
I didn't watch. Oh my God.
It has 4,000 views. And there was like 100 people watching while I was doing it. And people are like, my God, like you are hilarious. Cause I like ended up talking about like how when I do a dip or any type of recipe, all of the ingredients need to be used in that recipe. Like I can't be left with ingredients. And then I talked about obviously buying cinnamon in like 2019. And now I have cinnamon for the rest of my life. And then like, and I love how they're like trying to give me like advice on like how to use cinnamon. Like people are so funny. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. They also don't understand that I don't listen to advice.
No.
And also
whenever we're together and we're like in a situation where I see someone that maybe doesn't know you as well and they're giving you advice, I'm like, ooh.
Also, I think it's like part of my toxic trait of do not tell me what to do. Basically, do not give me advice. It's the recipes. Like, don't tell me I need a cup of this. I'll choose if I need a cup of this. That's why I hate recipes. Like you're telling me I need a tablespoon of something. How about I make that decision?
Oh my gosh, you're amazing.
I'm the one eating it.
But it was like so fun. It was so funny. The kids, like we put a movie on for the kids and it was funny because I was going inside for something and the movie had finished. But the kids thought that if I saw the movie was finished, I was going to like make them do stuff. But actually I was sneaking in the house, hoping if they saw me, they wouldn't want me. So like we were both avoiding each other. The kids knew that if they didn't go near the adults wouldn't tell them to go to bed.
Yes. Wow.
And
it was smart.
It worked for everyone.
Yeah.
And then we ended the night in the pool, which like filled my bucket.
The pool was so hot. The pool was beautiful.
Yeah, the pool was warm.
Yes. Yes, It was warm. I loved the crowd. I love the crew. I love the kids. Everything was great. And I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to that freedom that you're feeling like Noah, like, but still I'm like, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with how far we're at that. Like, she's 8 and he's 4. And I remember when he was born, I was like, couldn't wait for that moment where she would be 8 and he would be 4. Dia's awesome. Like her age is awesome. Like go to bed at 10 p.m. I don't care. Like she's just like does her thing. Noah, we're still like, it's still like a 4-year-old still needs to go to bed at a reasonable time, especially him. And I'm like, some people are like, oh my God, my 4-year-old goes to bed at 11 p.m. I still wouldn't want that. Like, so I'm like, okay, well, fine. But I'm still waiting. Maybe when she's 12. Okay. This is the freedom when she's 12 and he's 8. That's
next level.
That's next level.
It's only 4 years away.
Exactly. And they like can't even, they could even like not come with us because she's 12 and he's 8. So just watch him, put him to bed. She already does that. You know what I mean? She can babysit him.
Did he fall asleep in the car?
He did not. No, he did not.
No way. He stayed awake the whole time?
Yep. He stayed awake the whole time. I'm lying. He fell asleep.
Okay.
He fell asleep like 2 seconds before we got home. Then he woke up. We thought he had forgotten his soother at your house. Ooh. He kept saying that he had it. Like when we left him, like, do you have your soother? Yes. Do you have the soother? Before we left your house, do you have the soother? He kept saying yes, but I didn't check his hands. And so then he's like, where's my tutut in the car? And I'm like, Jesus. And so he's like trying to find it. Alicia, Dia's trying to find it. She can't find it. I'm like, Noah, like I trusted you. You said you had it. I didn't look with my eyes. Like you can't never trust them. But at the end of the day, it was behind, like he was right. He had it. And then it just like fell on his seat. So that made me really happy because he has never really like fallen asleep without his soother. Like it's time, but like still dealing with it. Does he
only have one? Do we only own one soother?
Yeah.
Only you would risk that.
It's because do I keep buying more? Like he's had 17 soothers, but he keeps losing them. So
Okay.
like I'm at the point where it's like if I keep buying more, I'm just enabling this soother thing,
Gotcha. Did
you
Dia have a
know?
soother?
No, she never wanted to take a soother. So
Okay.
but he's like, he had the conversation with the dentist that it's time for only soother at night. So he's like right down to like at bedtime, he can have his soother. So it's not bad. And we're not bringing it with us like at my mom's or at daycare. You know what I mean? Like it's the
Okay.
soother stays there and it's there at night. And he's so happy to see it.
Oh,
He's like, oh, my turn. Oh, and he like is like all excited when he gets to bed. So
does he keep it in his mouth all night or like,
no, it falls. Like when we go give him a kiss at 10, it's no longer in his mouth.
okay, so it's not like he has it in his mouth for a long period of time then if he only gets it at nighttime and then like, you know what I mean? Like 2 hours at the most.
Yeah, exactly. So I we'll see what, and like the dentist, aka my brother, he wasn't even the one. He's like, it's fine. Like my brother is just like, we'll just fix his mouth later, you know. What I
Yeah.
mean? But anyways, and oh, juicy or traumatic, Dia is missing 7 teeth.
I vaguely remember this being told to me.
Yeah. So like basically no teeth is waiting to come out. Like she did not create teeth.
And that's traumatic for several reasons.
Yeah.
One, that she needs those teeth, but two, if she doesn't like, if you don't fill those spots, the other teeth go, rah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what's happening right now. If you didn't notice, like her 2 teeth, so much space, right? There's so much space because there's teeth missing, and the teeth know that no teeth is coming. So they're just like leaving space. So her mouth is like, her teeth are awful right now. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, not a lot of like people her age have like beautiful teeth. And I'm like not worried about like, I don't care about like her aesthetics. Like, well, that can be fixed, no problem. Like I always say, if Celine Dion had children with her 75-year-old husband, anything can be done.
Wow. I feel like 2 podcasts ago, there was also another Celine Dion reference.
Exactly. It's because
You
I
love
remember
Celine
being
Dion?
afraid. I do. I remember being afraid that I couldn't get pregnant. And my doctor said, if Celine Dion can have kids, you can have kids. And I was like, okay, cool. She said
Oh
that
my
to me.
gosh. I think Piper has extra teeth in her head if she wants to lend some to Dia.
Oh,
Piper,
perfect.
it's like her face is like still quite small and like her teeth have come in and there's like no space. It's like she has 2 rows.
Yeah. So that is also a thing. And so my brother wasn't really worried. He said one side is perfect. All of her teeth are coming. And the other side, there's like 2 missing. And then there's like, he said, bottom teeth, like we'll deal with it. He's like more up. And he said, you know, she'll definitely need braces. But what they do, I'm like, how is she going to have braces if she doesn't have teeth? And he's like, they put fake teeth on the brace. So it looks really nice.
Ah,
Yeah. And Janelle, who babysits Dia, these 2 teeth never came out. Kevin's her dentist. So she has 2 fake teeth right here. She's 18 or 17. She's beautiful, has a beautiful amount of teeth. They're just fake. And she needs to wait until she's 18 to have veneers, like fake. So he said, the biggest thing is it's going to cost you a lot of money.
yeah.
Yeah. He said, thank
Yeah.
God you have a brother and connections in this thing. Maybe we'll, be able to do some deals here. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever. He said, at least it's not like one big chunk. It's like, it'll be all of her. He's like, it's probably like 20K until she's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. They're really nice about splitting that for you.
Yes. And there's also like payment methods and whatever. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Wait, I had something else to share. I think this podcast will just be about us talking about our lives. Okay, so Dia is really excited about her teacher this year. She's excited, and she has always had the same teacher. You know what I mean? Like for 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Aren't you excited that our kids are starting school for the first time since well, for me, Dia, since kindergarten without a mask, like that it's like normal.
I'm like afraid to be excited. Can you ask
Shit.
Jeff if I can book a trip to Mexico?
I mean, we just booked multiple trips.
Like it's happening. Like it's not like, are we free?
I mean, at the end of the day, you'll always be free to go. You just like risk that there might be some testing, but you like at one point you just like don't care. Like remember when we went to Florida and we were supposed to be testing when we were coming back, and like I was just so over it that I was like whatever. And then they actually changed the rule while we were there. That was like an amazing moment in my life.
That was an amazing moment in your life. Okay.
Disney just changed their rule. Like before, like right now, you have to test negative to get on a boat,
Yeah.
and they changed it that if you're fully vaccinated, you do not have to test. They just changed it, so we booked our cruise. So I'm
Oh,
like, okay, yeah, we booked it. I'm like, let's go. The rules change, so we're booking with these rules. Should be good.
okay. Well, that's exciting.
That is very exciting.
Is this March?
Yes, March. I'm
Okay.
excited for this. I'm like nervous about a cruise because I haven't like been on one in a very long time, but I've always loved cruises. So we'll see with the kids. I don't know. And just Disney, is it going to be at the level that I need it to be?
Is it just your family going on the cruise?
Yeah, my parents and also Kevin's family,
Okay, amazing.
all 10 of us. Yeah, so that is very exciting. We needed to like, we still had our credit from like 2020. And
Crazy.
yeah, isn't that insane? Yeah. And then Disney said, like, we're done holding your credit. You have to use it or refund. And they like, it was automatic refund, but we had 125% credit, but we didn't use it. We lost the 25%. We were supposed to use it this year, but we didn't because you still had to test. I hate
Yeah,
the testing. It's too much. It's a lot of stress. I don't care about the test. It's like, if I'm negative and we're at the port, how traumatic is that? If we're
pretty
positive, I
traumatic.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, pretty traumatic. Yeah. No,
yeah, exactly.
that was touch or go. The stress of traveling last year was a lot.
Yeah,
I also
exactly.
feel so much better now that I've traveled again. Like do you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I remember how to, I am a good adult. Like it's like I needed to remind myself that I got this.
You do got this. I
At,
absolutely agree with you.
at one point I wanted to like murder Neil. He's just like,
Really? Tell us everything about
well,
murdering
it's just
Neil.
like literally he knows nothing of like what's happening. Like I'm literally holding his passport like he's my child. Like he doesn't know the like amount of like behind the scene like work and the apps and like downloading all of our shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, documents and
The
stuff.
documents for our thing. And I'm just like, man, I just like look at him sometimes. I'm like, that's a great life, that life you're living.
Yes, it
He's
seems
like, what
great.
time do we need to leave?
No, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I feel like I think that you're ready to go on an all-inclusive Mexico fly direct from
Yeah.
Halifax.
Yeah.
And I think this is the perfect opportunity to do that. I asked my mom if she was willing to watch the kids, if Jeff and I wanted to do a trip alone. So like I'm getting those conversations ready, and Jeff is like, stop planning trips. And I'm like, I am obsessed.
How did the conversation go with your mom?
It went really well. She's like, you don't have to pay me. And I was like, listen, it's the only way that the guilt goes away. And basically I said, like, you're like my divorcee husband, that when I leave my kids with you, I have no guilt. If I leave my
Right.
kids with a paid babysitter for 7 nights, which would never happen, no one would move in here for 7 nights. I said, I would still have guilt. I would have guilt that I'm leaving them with not a stranger, but someone that
Yeah. Yeah.
is not me.
Yeah.
Like my mom equals me and
Mm-hmm.
Jeff. Like she's like the third parent
Mm-hmm.
to my children. So like if they're with her, they get to have emotions with her. They get to be themselves with her.
I see what you mean.
They
I
get
know
to
what you
like,
mean.
so for me, it's like I would actually leave no guilt, but then I have guilt for my kids, but then I have guilt for my mom.
Yeah.
So if I pay her, it's a good gig.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she's being paid, then I have less guilt.
I like this.
So it was a good thing. We're going to try to go and fly to Bahamas again next year. Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to try it again in April.
Okay.
And yeah, but I was thinking more like an all-inclusive, easy peasy. I'm like, can we go like 5 nights to Mexico? Just Jeff and I, direct flight from Halifax, no
Yeah.
kids, no like driving there is easy.
Yeah.
And he's like, it doesn't exist 5 days. I'm like, I've seen people do it for 5 days. It must exist. And then he said, stop. He said that, stop it. You don't think that we're traveling enough? And I'm like, absolutely not. I have an issue. It's not an issue. I'm like, do you think you have enough nice shoes, Jeff? You know what I mean? Like he buys things.
Yeah.
Do we really
Uh,
think we need a new plane? Absolutely not. How about we put it on, traveling?
I support you. I think you're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So
Okay.
we've got to plan some trips. That's great news.
Okay. So I got to go. We got to finish this podcast because I am going to chat with someone that is trying to get us a really cute outfit for Choose You, you guys. So Choose You is in literally 9 days from today, which is insane. If you have not gotten your ticket for Choose You, it's like happening, and it is going to be the best. I think it's going to be, no, I know it's going to be better than Choose Happy. It's going to be
I agree.
funnier. It's going to
I
be
agree.
funnier. It's going to be more interactive. So if you were Choose You, and you know what? There's also like a fun opportunity in the foyer if you're at the Capitol. Like if you're at the Capitol, there's still tickets left, you guys. So I want you to know that that is still a thing. And if you're from away, that's why we do it virtually. And this is unique. Like you don't usually have a chance to watch, you know, a show or a, you know, a concert virtually. You have to be there. But with us, we love to provide a highly produced online show because we know we have an audience not from this area and we want you to watch us. It's that simple. So go and find the link, send us a DM. The link is attached to this podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. Next Thursday, Jeff and Neil will be on this podcast. And on Monday, we start talking about, I know. And on Monday, we start talking about diet behaviors. And that's our theme this, that's our theme. We're taking a picture. That's our theme this month for the podcast. We want to talk about diet behaviors because we want to make sure that you create awareness when you're dieting and that we can allow you to make sure that if ever you want weight loss in your life, that it does not suck and you are not dieting. Okay, everyone.
Yes.
That was good. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Good
Have
talk.
a great day, everyone. And we'll see you soon. Bye.